The team at Wake Forest Institute for Regenerative Medicine has made history. They have transplanted a bladder grown in the laboratory. The key to their success was to grow the organ from the recipient's own DNA. That way, the organ is a perfect match for the patient. In order to do that, they need cells that will be identical to the patient's cells. These are called stem cells. Dr. Mark Firth explains.
In order to produce tissues and organs in the lab, we need the right mix of ingredients, combining structural materials with living cells. We've recently made some major breakthroughs in that area.
It's a discovery that made headlines around the world. Let's look at some of the news coverage.
Forest and Harvard researchers have announced that stem cells in amniotic fluid hold the same promise as stem cells from an embryo.
Stem cells to treat disease have been given a boost by scientists in the United States.
The discovery of a new source of stem cells.
Scientists at Wake Forest and Harvard universities have discovered a new source of stem cells.
They grow just as rapidly as human embryonic stem cells.
And they are easier to obtain. These stem cells can be taken from the amniotic fluid during pregnancy or from the placenta at birth. And with more than 4 million births a year in the United States, the supply could be plentiful.
Dr. Mark Van Dyke explains why this discovery is important.
The new source of stem cells is accelerating our ability to grow organs in the laboratory. A team of more than 80 scientists are working on 22 different organs and tissues.
Dr. Anthony Atala joins us from his laboratory at Wake Forest Institute for Regenerative Medicine. Dr. Atala, how do the 22 new areas compare in difficulty in growing a bladder?
Some are more complicated. Organs like a heart or a kidney perform more complicated functions. Not only do you have to be able to grow the right tissue, blood vessels and muscle, but then those tissues must be conditioned to perform a complicated function. The heart valve that you see here is being conditioned in a laboratory so that it can be transplanted and it can function properly inside the body.
Is there any limit to what regenerative medicine can do?
Regenerative medicine is opening up new frontiers in medicine. The possibilities are only limited by our imagination and a national commitment to succeed.
We'd like to thank Dr. Tony Atala for joining us. For making a difference, I'm Nicomas Gregory.